you remember when Gran Turismo 5's pre-release screens looked too good to be true? Remember how they were too good to be true? Do you remember how disappointed you were? Do you remember how disappointed everybody was? Well, the PS5 and Gran Turismo 7 has finally allowed menu screens and hype trailer aspirations to be fully realised. Gran Turismo 7 looks gorgeously transcendent. Best of all, it doesn't pander to modernity in the slightest, instead delivering a thoroughly 90s game design, only in exquisite detail. The main bulk of the career mode is spent outrunning slower cars in gameplay more reminiscent of Ridge Racer Type 4. As the game goes on, the hip-hop dies away, leaving guitar solos that wouldn't sound out of place on a Sega Saturn. Yet it does this all with an abundance of class. It's playfully silly when it wants to be, yet absolutely serious when the helmet's on. It's an absolutely gargantuan game. It takes about 28 hours to master all the license tests and all of the menu books in the all-new Gran Turismo Cafe. But there are hundreds of things left to do after that, let alone play online. It's some 6 hours before multiplayer even opens up, with a full-on GT Sport mode as well as split screen and 2-player local play. Even more solo missions are locked away behind your collect level, which rises as you accumulate cars by either buying them or winning them. The cafe menus of Automotive Delights direct you towards races that will win you the cars you need, which is a great way of leading you by the hand through what would otherwise be a completely bewildering wealth of racing options. Progression events are clearly marked with a little yellow icon, and the gameplay itself in these races is very short, usually about 10 minutes a race. With the ultra-fast load times of the PS5, and not actually overly long on the PS4 either, you'll be zipping in and out of events, making it feel like oddly a handheld game. It's perfect for quick bursts of fun, though you may yearn for more substantial races the first 15 hours or so as you focus on piecemeal events, usually striving for gold rankings on short sections of a track. Now whether that's on the exquisitely precise license tests, the missions which now include drift and drag events, or the new circuit experience which breaks up the track into a few corners at a time before giving you a 3-tiered target times to hit for the full lap. There are, however, longer events too, which is good. Try 30 laps on a track that starts dry before being drenched with rain and then partially drying out again. It's a massive test of your skills. Now, wet weather tyres do help, of course, but if you haven't got them, you can still go around by sticking to the mostly drier lane that emerges. Venture onto the visibly wet portion of the track, and it is like an ice rink. The weather change works beautifully in real time as well, as does the accelerated day and night cycle, and it all looks wonderful. Now, not enough is really made in games about how they actually move, but Gran Turismo 7 actually nails it. It simply is a joy to control with smooth, ultra-solid driving physics that simulate every element of the car's interaction with the track surface. The game runs at 60 FPS at 4K on a PS5, and if there's any dynamic resolution scaling to maintain the frame rate, we haven't noticed it. However, it does occasionally hitch when things are ultra busy, just going a bit choppy rather than slow. Now, a warning on the PS5 exclusive Ray Tracing mode. It didn't really do it for us. 30 FPS replays with weird edges don't look anywhere near as good as the standard, super slick 60 FPS action. So, unless you're taking stills, I'd advise leaving off it completely. It still looks next gen, in fact going back to the PS4 version after 30 hours on PS5 is like stepping into the past. The PS5 just makes it look supreme, a real showcase for 4K gaming. Now, this game is not about close contact racing and spectacular crashes. Instead, it's a gentlemanly affair, constantly reminding you to play nice and leave other cars some room. Because of this, cosmetic damage is underplayed, though it is present. You can slightly dent up the panels of your shiny car, scratch some paintwork, and cause hairline cracks on the headlights. It even rewards you with more credits for a clean race, and honestly, the cars look so beautiful, it doesn't really feel an issue for them to stay that way. Now, the other area of consternation is the difficulty balancing. With the pass all cars gameplay of the cafe mode, you're not going to have a proper race with an AI car for any of the core cafe menu games. But the ability to freely modify your ride to boost its performance points is dubious, as it makes you far faster than the rest of the field with no comeback for them. Now, arcade mode is better balanced, but the racing feel should be game-wide for that. We're also less concerned about the threat of microtransactions in the game as we were initially. Having reviewed the game with these not enabled, I'm happy to report we always had enough credits to do what we wanted to do. But the option will be there to buy more credits with real money to spend on cars and mods for them if you feel you need to. Now, fundamentally, this is one of the best driving games we've ever played. Not as bright or as arrogant as Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, nor as gorgeously presented off the track as Forza Motorsport 7, but the most telling thing is that we just haven't been able to stop playing it, which is increasingly rare for a driving game. Gran Turismo 7 is the real deal, and every PlayStation owner should buy it. We give it 4.5 out of 5.